Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. Have on a jacket. It feels like a sure enough fall day here today in the south. It is pretty cool, overcast. When you walk outside, it's just screaming fall here today in South Mississippi. And if y'all saw our last video post where I have been down and out for a couple of days, so Colby and I like to occasionally go on lunch dates. We think it's important to date your spouse. So Colby and I had gone out for lunch. It's not something we do very often, but we try to at least every couple of weeks make it a priority where he and I can go sit down and just talk without interruption from the kids. So he and I had went to eat, and I got food poisoning from the place that we went to eat. So that literally took me out for just a couple of days before I was able to recover from that. But we're good from that. Livy is all good. So we are all on the mend here and just in time, because we are about to go on our last family vacation. We like to try to do 2 things a year if possible. Sometimes it just doesn't work out regardless of different situations, but we like to try to do 2 getaways a year for our kids, because they will only be little once, and if that means buying from secondhand shops or cutting out all fast foods or whatever that looks like for us to make possible to where our funds can put us on 2 vacations, then we do whatever we have to do, because we want to make memories with our kids now. When they're small, they're here with us, and that's what it's all about for us when we're growing up our children, is for them to grow up and look back and one day and say, you know what, I have the best memories with my parents. So we're going to be preparing for the next few days to take a very long journey. It's going to be about 22 hours, and we are driving the whole thing. So y'all wish us safe travels and be praying for us as we travel across the country. We're going to make a couple of stops as we're traveling, so we're excited about that. It is going to be all about us, all about the kids, all about just kind of letting our hair down, kicking back and enjoying time and making memories, going out west to see things that we have never seen before. Colby and I, neither have our kids, so we are kind of excited about that. Today Colby is actually out at one of our deer paddocks. He is setting up some cameras because it is bow season right now. The guys will be out in the woods literally before we know it. Probably not before our trip, but when we come back, I know the guys are going to be all out in the woods, so we're getting some cameras out to kind of see what's coming in, if they're big enough in that area. You know how that stuff goes with the guys. So they're out back. I have been doing kind of a walkthrough and making some mental notes. If y'all see my kitchen garden out here, we have not gotten these sweet potatoes up yet, and we probably won't get them up until we get back. But there are some other things that I need to do, where we had some tomato sticks there. I need to get those things up. Several things we need to cut back that have already started dying off, like our zinnias, our raspberries have started dying back. I have already collected a bunch of seeds. Actually, you guys saw me do that on one of the older videos. Some zinnia seeds I have gotten. I have just recently gotten, if you look right there where the kind of purple flower is, that's my mullein. It's a little bit further back. I have some little balls. Those are garlic chives, and they are putting off seeds like crazy. So I have already collected some of those. I actually have already taken a couple and dropped down in containers that I know is going to go in my greenhouse. So I know those are going to be sprouting soon. I'm hoping that I don't have to move any of my containers in before we leave, because we will kick off this week doing school. In between school, we have a couple of activities that we do. Aiden's very last cross-country run is this week, so we'll be preparing for that. And as we're preparing for that, we will also be packing, and I will be preparing our meals in between. You guys have saw me talk about in the past how we take the majority of our food on the road with us. So So that means extra things that need to be packed that maybe perhaps other people don't pack. Y'all see these passion fruit? I actually found this plant off in the woods. This is a passion fruit plant, and it puts off these very exotic, beautiful flowers. And I dug it up and brought it home. I wasn't sure. It was already honestly a little too warm to be transplanting, but if you know me, you know I'm gonna try anyway. So I brought it home and it kicked off. It run up, it actually connected to my plum tree and has set off 2 little fruits. So pretty cool. So first time we've had passion fruit like actually on our property. Making mental notes of some things that need to be cut back when we come back, some things that need to be picked up. I know we have to still get the sweet potatoes up. On this side of the high tunnel, we have the high tunnel, a big raised bed here, and on the other side is also raised beds. We had talked to you guys a little bit about trying to bring things up. We also have raised beds here on both sides of these high tunnels. This is not really a raised bed. It once did have some wood around it, but it wasn't real high up off the ground. But a lot of the things that you saw us do seed starts have been planted there. Our seed starts have also been planted here. And a lot of our seed starts have been planted here. Some of the things that you see sprouting, actually these were bought, but the garlic that is beginning to come up over here is garlic that I have kept. So that right there, we did not have to purchase any garlic this year whatsoever. I bought enough last year to provide me with a year long of garlic to put up to use. So what I do is I either freeze dry or dehydrate that garlic and grind it down into powder, and I use it literally every day, whether it's in what I cook. Like for example, today we had spaghetti and my garlic and onion that I grew was ground into powder, and I seasoned my spaghetti with that. Also, I bought enough garlic to put up in the attic. I had some in the attic. I also had some over in our storage room, and I have some downstairs. So to not put all my eggs in one basket, those were kind of spread out, and we have replanted those this year. We will literally turn around and do the same thing, harvest some for us to eat on and keep some back for replanting, because we don't want to be dependent on having to always buy from somebody else. So here's my lettuce that I direct sowed here. I had lettuce go to seed. I kept all that seed. That seed was actually 2-year-old lettuce seed, and replanted it, and I did not have to buy seed. So that just goes to show you that seed keeping and learning these skills pay off in the long run. So yeah, that lettuce was actually 2 years old, seeds that I kept from a lettuce that we planted. And while I have you guys on, I want to announce our big winner, guys. This is very impressive. $500 off of a chicken range coop. That is a really, really nice giveaway. So it is just kind of a way for us to say thank you to you guys who always tune in to us. You guys comment, you support us, and we appreciate that so much. So with all that being said, Julia Brown 5948, please email us. You are our winner, and we will give you the details to go forward from here to get in contact with Chicken Range Coop so you can claim your $500 off. Daniel and I have been conversating back and forth along with Colby to get this all worked out. So we're really excited. We do hope that you will enjoy your Chicken Range Coop as much as we have enjoyed ours. I can't obviously let the video go without showing y'all our babies that are in the chicken coop that you just saw us put together. Our third one, we absolutely love them. It's just one of the reasons why we wanted to do this giveaway, and we would love to sponsor a winner and give towards that. And they jumped right in and said, hey, we want to give towards that too. So here's our babies over in the coop. They are sunbathing right now as the sun goes in and out. So it has been really exciting to watch this whole process of buying my chicks. Now these will be our future meat bird hens, meaning all of the hens from these batches will be my layers. I will collect all of those next spring and begin to hatch out a batch that will all go to the freezer. None of these will unless they're roosters. All of my hens that I will get from the 2 batches that I've hatched out and will merge together will all be layers for next spring, because when I only bought 12 and only 7 of them were hens, and they actually started laying really soon, which is a great thing because I'm able to do this. They started laying at about 5.5, right at 6 months, which is pretty impressive. And it'll be really cool to kind of watch them grow up. I had to come in, y'all, it was really windy. But it'll be pretty impressive to watch them grow up and take those hens and take their eggs. And from that will be born, filling up our freezers with meat. It is incredible how much you can do when you say, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it. We do not want to buy our chicken from the store. We do not want Cornish cross. So those are the things that we knew in advance and began to start a plan. And when you watch that plan unfold so beautifully, it is a wonderful thing. Y'all stay tuned, because we are going to start putting stuff in bags, and then we're going to tell y'all where we are headed out to. And you guys can watch our journey as we go. It will be a lot of fun family vacation for us to a place that we have never gone before. Enjoy the upcoming videos. Happy homesteading, y'all.